Forza Creators Guild.
Forza Creators Guild.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live here at Moto Arena Lodz in Poland. I am Shunzi, and today we would like to present to you Forza Drift Events Season 4 Round 2 Qualifiers. I am joined today with FDE owner and organizer, Shreddit. We have our judges, Shreddit, Baz, and Regen, all ready to give you guys the qualifying runs for approximately 50 drivers here at Lodz. You can see the track showcase in the background going through the different clipping zones and outer zones that our drivers will be going through as fast and with as much angle as possible. I'm going to go ahead and head over to the track showcase so we can get started here. We do have some information here regarding what we are expecting from the drivers. Of course, our 3, 2, 1 cones, initiation cones here at the beginning that mark the beginning of the judged section, followed by Outer Zone 1. The end of Outer Zone 1 is met with a very quick inside clip. A snappy transition will be needed to head into inside clip 2, and yet another snappy transition to prepare for a decel zone right before Outer Zone 2 begins. Outer Zone 2 comes to an end, and we're looking for drivers to get a nice wide line out of Outer Zone 2 to allow them to swing the body weight back over and get a good entry into the decel zone, and of course outside Zone 3. Followed by a quick outside Zone 4, a long zone between 3 and 4. Drivers are definitely going to make sure that they maintain their angle through that area. And of course, our judges do have a keys to victory panel here for you guys. So for initiation, we need a smooth initiation and entry into Outer Zone 1, holding a consistent angle through Outer Zone 1 and Inner Clip 1, with a smooth transition to and out of Inner Clip 2. That, I think, is going to be where we see a lot of clip misses, potentially sending drivers into a lower score than they maybe anticipated. We might see some redos, some one more times there. But of course, again, the one more times is for tomorrow with the tandems. Today, we're sticking with qualifying. So today is just qualifying solo runs where drivers put up their best line, their best angle, their best style, all by themselves on the track, and try to make it to the top 32, which will be taking place tomorrow at the same time, same place. But again, moving on, we have settling, making sure your car is settling into Outer Zone 2, taking a wide line when exiting Outer Zone 2, and of course, smooth transitions all the way through into the Outer Zone 3 and Outer Zone 4. Maintaining angle is going to be difficult. These are really long zones. So let's go ahead and see. We do have a convoy ready for you guys. Drivers are on the line waiting to begin. So let's go ahead and take a look at who we have up first. So it looks like up first we have Cade Vine. I think we are ready to go here. I think the driver is all set. I'm going to give them a little nod here, and we'll see what Cade Vine can do. Our first run of the day. This is Season 4, Round 2 qualifiers. Getting a nice opening run here, getting ready for those initiation markers into outer clip 1. Outer clip 1 with pretty good angle here. Let's see how they're able to manage the inner clip 1 and 2 and going into outer zone 2 here. Lots of angle here. Good speed. Looking very stable. There's that nice wide line out of outer zone 2. That's exactly what the judges will be looking for. And of course, right here, maintaining angle through this long outer zone basically kind of connects outer zone 3 and 4 together to make just one sweeping area for the drivers to maintain angle and speed through. Cade Vine, good run. Good run. Let's go ahead and see what the judges have to say. Looks like we have Judge 1 with a line score of 30. Again, all of these individual scores are out of 33. We have a Judge 1 score of 30 for line. That wide exit out of outer zone 2 is definitely going to bring you a couple of points. And if you miss that extra wide exit from outer zone 2, you might be leaving some points on the board. But it looks like Cade Vine is not. With an angle score of 27 and a style score of 29, we have our first score of 80 plus here today. That is a total of 86 for Cade Vine. Very, very good run. Smooth, solid, way to start the day. I believe next up we're going to have, looks like Frankenstein is going to be joining us at the starting line. You can already hear his engine probably. Ready to go. Let me go ahead and make sure that I am also ready to go, and we'll head over back to the gameplay for Frankenstein's qualifying run. All right, Frankenstein, what do you got? As some of our viewers are pointing out, this is a longer track. I've been told by Born Sideways, which I believe is the track map creator, that this track is about 10 seconds on average longer than previous track, like for example Okayama, and we do see some good transitions in and out of inner clip 2. There's that nice wide angle, definitely listening in on the keys to victory and the drivers meeting beforehand. Maybe a little bit of a struggle into outer zone 3, but finishing off strong with a good run, Frankenstein. Well done, Frankenstein. Let's go ahead and see what the judges have to say. Little honk honk to you do. But yes, you are right. The track is a little bit longer. FDE owner Shreddit did mention that this has the potential of being the hardest track of the season. Of course, there are 6 rounds this season, and this is only round 2. We see Frankenstein with a line score of 27. I think that entry into Outer Zone 3 may have cost him a few points. So we're looking at the details here. We do have a lot of drivers, a lot of talent here. We see an angle score of 25, a style score of 27. So just missing that level 80 total with a score of 79. Frankenstein, good run. We'll see how that places you. I will tell you this. On round 1, the top 32 bracket, I believe the lowest score in the top 32 bracket for round 1 was like 80 something, like low 80s. So we have a lot of talent here. You might need to get that 80 score. We'll go ahead and see what's where Frankenstein lines up after this first convoy, of course. But up now we have Electrus now. Alright, Letras now. Show us what you got in the Aston Martin with a beautiful livery as well, if I might add. Here we go. Those semi-slicks giving them a good amount of grip out of the gate into the initiation zone. Lots of stable angles so far through outer zone 1. Of course, that nosedive into inner clip 1 and inner clip 2 need to be snappy transitions. So far, so good for Letras. That wide angle out of outer zone 2 into the long haul. Outer zone 3 followed by outer zone 4. Again, showcasing just how long this track is. A very solid run from Letras, doing a little bit of celebratory 360s there. Just showing a little bit of extra style for the judges. Of course, that's not in the judge section, so let's go ahead and see what the judges thought of Letras's run. Letras, of course, is also part of the FDE staff team, recently joining us and helping us put together this show that you are seeing now. A beautiful line score of 29. Again, you guys remember, this is a max of 33, 33, and 33 for a top max total of 99. So 29 out of 33 is a solid score. Take notes, it is an angle score of 27 and a style score of 30, putting up a matching best for today so far of 86. Great run, Letras. Very well done. Looking good too, man. The liveries you guys are putting together for this competition are beautiful. I've already had the privilege of seeing a couple of liveries that are posted in the FDE Discord. Again, to find the Discord and all of the information about our partners today, check out ForzaDriftEvents.com. Up next, we have Levi. All right, Levi. And in Mark 5 Supra, looking good. Here we go. Good speed, early initiation by Levi, but maintaining angle all the way through outer zone 1, heading into inner clip 1, inner clip 2, good transitions, did not get the wall of death. So far, so good. Struggling a little bit with angle through outer zone 2 potentially, but still finishing off with a nice wide angle outside. Pushing through the long haul of outer zone 3 and outer zone 4. Maybe losing a little bit of speed at the end and definitely maintaining a decent amount of angle, but looked like it might have not been as much as they have wanted. We'll go ahead and see what the judges think. Good run, Levi. Looks like we have Levi with a line score of 27, an angle score of 27, and let me guess, a style score of 27? Looks like a style score of 28, putting him just above the 80 marker with a total score of 82. Levi, well done. We have another driver making their way over to the starting line. It is Metazone Wharf. A familiar competitor, I believe a top 32 driver from round 1. I expect a clean, good run here. And let's see what he brings for us. Big initiation into outer zone 1 here. Lots of angle, lots of speed. Making a full attack onto inner clip 1 and 2. even gaining angle through outer zone 2. Looking good. Let's see how this exit is. Nice wide exit out of outer zone 2 into the long haul. A little bit of a bumper tap there on outer zone 3 just at the start. This has the potential to be a wall ride, but it could spell death. If the rear of your car gets too planted onto the wall, it can send you into an oversteer, understeer situation. But it looks like Metazone Wharf gets out scot-free. Let's go ahead and see what the judges have to say about that run. Looks like we have a line score of 28, putting up a great number there. Angle to match with a 29. We are still on the hunt for our top score. We haven't gotten a 90 yet. It's going to be an 85 total for Metazone Wharf with a style score of 28. Solid run, putting you up, I believe, in a two-way or three-way tie for first or second. Very good run, Metazone Wharf. Up next, Mutant Sin Brazil. I assume that's BR for Brazil. Okay. Moving on. Let's see what Mutant Sins can do for us. Beautiful livery again. Big initiation into outer zone 1. Definitely seeing a lot of high speed, high angle initiations from these drivers. Big inner clip 2 hit there. Very stylish, a lot of angle. Kind of scooting himself outside of outer zone 2, but still finishing off with a nice wide run out to the rumbles. Looking very good, looking very stable through here. That long haul between outer zone 3 and outer zone 4 is no problem for Mutant Sins. Great run. Let's see what the judges say. Mutant Sins Brazil. We have a line score of 28. Angles of score of 28 as well. I was expecting a high score for angle. And a style score for 29, rounding it off to a total of 85 for Mutant Sins Brazil. Great run, Mutant. Let's go ahead and see who we have up next. Beautiful Mustang. Looks like we have Sir Seek. Livery off the charts. Engine sounds on point. Ready to get going for Season 4, Round 2 qualifying run for Sir Seek. Big initiation. Little bit of a wall tap there on the start of that zone. Ooh, lots of angle through inner clip 1 and inner clip 2. I thought that might have been an oversteer situation, but it looks like he was able to handle it. But through outer zone 2, struggling a little bit to maintain angle through there, and perhaps not as wide of a exit out of outer zone 2. And it looks like Sir Seek is going to opt for a redo. I believe Sir Seek is our first redo. I'm pretty sure that's going to equate to a DNF. That is a DNF, so I believe we have one more competitor who is going to do their qualifying run, and depending on if they are finished or if they DNF, we'll just go ahead and restart into Sir Seek's second run. Looks like right now we have Trash Uborka. Okay. Is Trash ready to go? I do not see Trash Uborka in the convoy, but perhaps it's a different screen name? No drivers on the line just yet. We are looking for the driver. He is playing hide and seek. Where could he be hiding? It looks like we have a update. It is actually going to be Vithy. Vithy making their way over to the line. I believe Vithy was a top 32 competitor for round 1 in their Ferrari. Alright, let's go ahead and take it over to gameplay and see how Vithy does. You can see the challenging angle maintenance, and of course the inner clip 2, I think, is going to be where we're going to see a lot of errors. Let's see if Vithy can get through there. This car should have a lot of speed down the straight. You can see it speeding away from the camera car. Big angle. Lots of speed into outer zone 1. Slowing down just a little bit to hit those inner clips. But beautiful angle and style through these zones. Great angle maintenance through outer zone 2. A nice wide exit out to the rumble packs. Big entry into outer zone 3. And outer zone 4, still maintaining that fast speed and high angle. That was a great run from Vithy. Well done. I have a feeling this is going to be a high score. A line score of 30. An angle score of 30, and is this going to be our first score of 90 for the day? It is 30, 30, 30 for Vithy with a total of 90 points. The first 90-point qualification run of the day. A beautiful run, lots of angle, lots of style with those snappy transitions, and an incredible line, really taking a look into the keys to victory and listening in on the judges and what they're looking for here at Moto Arena Lodz. Up next, I believe we're going to have Sir Seek. It looks like we have Bents potentially, but I do not see Bents in the convoy at the moment. I think our final run is going to be a DNF redo for Sir Seek. Let's go ahead and wait for our organizer to send word. Really incredible run there. Gotta love seeing those 90 scores and really kind of putting to the track what the judges and Shredded are looking for here on this track. Of course, taking notes from the track showcase, taking notes from the keys to victory, and of course the drivers meeting right before, where the judges have a chance to explain what it is that they're looking for. But right now we have Sir Seek on his second run. First run was a DNF, so this is the competition on the line for Sir Seek. Sir Seek, make or break. What can they do when it's all on the line? Big entry into outer zone 1. Looking smooth with deep angle. A little bit of angle lost there, but still managing to hit that inside clip. Inside clip 2 met with a little bit of bumper contact and a little bit of bumper contact on the outer part of outer zone 2. Maintaining control, maintaining angle, putting up a valiant effort to fight the car through outer zone 3 and 4, maintaining a decent amount of angle. Great run. A little bit of contact with the bumper there can really unstable the car, or destable, however you want to put that. Let's go ahead and see what the judges think of that run. You can see that the drivers, when it's all on the line, those tiny mistakes, you gotta be able to live with them. So, you know, perfect runs are great, but how do you do when it's on the line and there's some bumper contact, there's some understeer, there's some oversteer, right? You go to inside clip 2 and your front end hits the wall and sends you into a little bit of oversteer. Are you able to maintain control of the car? Sir Seek was able to finish his run. Looks like we have a line score of 25. Looks like the judges are deliberating, and it is an angle score of 27 and a style score of 26. So yes, you can see those couple of issues there that led the judges to take a couple points off of the line. Yeah, great run still. It was on the line, able to maintain control of the car. Looks like we have another convoy filling up for you guys here on Season 4, Round 2. I believe we're going to be heading to a commercial break shortly to get that second convoy set up. So while we do that, you guys enjoy the messages from our partners here at Forza Drift Events.
Forza Creators Guild.
Forza Creators Guild.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Season 4, Round 2. This is the qualifiers for Round 2 today. Already, Moto Arena Lodz is proving to be a difficult track, not only because of the length of the track, the length of outer zones 3 and 4 with maintaining angle and speed, but of course the inner clip zones between outer zone 1 and outer zone 2 are proving to be pretty challenging for drivers. So lots of potential for bumper grabs and wall rides gone wrong. But so far, so good. We have lots of drivers putting up incredible scores. We have had our first score of 90 for the day, a few 80s and a few 70s, so still a wide array of scores here. We are currently making our way up to the track, getting ready for our next group of competitors. It looks like we're going to be starting with Trash Uborka. Again, taking a look at the keys to victory, really there's a lot to take into consideration for these drivers. Each section provides its own challenges, and there's plenty of room for mistakes. So a clean run through this track, it says a lot. It says a lot. These drivers are putting a lot of time into preparing, of course. But a difficult track regardless of the amount of preparation that you may have. We have our drivers heading over to the starting line currently. We have another 10 competitors to set their qualifying runs. And we are almost ready to go for you all. Again, thank you all for tuning in today on YouTube and on Twitch here on my personal channel. Again, twitch.tv/Shunzi or youtube.com/Forza Drift Events. Find out all the information about where we're streaming, what's going on with the live 32 player bracket updating, information about round 1, round 2, links to our Discord. Everything you want to find is at ForzaDriftEvents.com. Again, ForzaDriftEvents.com. We do have our driver on the line. It looks like we're going to be seeing Trash Uborka. Trash Uborka on the line, ready to go. Big wide initiation into outer zone 1. A little bit of a bumper tap there, but still able to maintain angle. Looks like inner clip 1 is a clean hit. Inner clip 2, clean hit. Outer zone 2 met with the wall understeer situation. The car straightening out just a little bit for a second there, but still a wide angle, a wide line out of outer zone 2 into the long haul of outer zone 3 and 4. A little bit of understeer right at the end, a little difficult to maintain angle for such a long time, but nonetheless a good run, Trash Uborka. Let's see how the judges score that angle and that line with just those couple of mistakes, with how many competitors we have and how high the bar is being set. I don't know if that is going to take Trash Uborka to the main event tomorrow. Again, this track is difficult. If you are a returning competitor or a returning viewer from round 1 at Okayama International Circuit in Japan, that track had much wider area for drivers to get through, a lot less opportunity for there to be wall collisions, and a lot shorter of a track as well. However, Trash Uborka coming in with a line score of 27 and an angle score of 27 as well, and a style score of 26, so still able to put up a good score, hitting that 80 threshold with a total of 80 points for Trash Uborka. Good run, Trashiborka. Up next is Bence. Bence is on the line and ready to go. Let's see how Bence handles Moto Arena Lodz. A little bit slow out the gate, but gaining speed nonetheless. Nice big angle, and I'm seeing a recurring theme here. It looks like the entry has the potential to send you into a little bit of an understeer situation where your rear end is hitting the wall and causing you to straighten out into the zone rather than maintaining angle through that first part of outer zone 1. However, still putting forth a decent run here, hitting the wall again, but able to maintain angle here on the long haul of OZ3 and OZ4. Finishing off the run in style. Good run, Bence. Let's take it over to the judges. Yeah, initiation is going to be, you know, there's such a long straightaway before the initiation point that you can kind of easily misjudge or, misjudge your entry speed. And if you are going too fast, you're going to hit the wall, you're going to straighten out, you're going to lose angle, and then it's a battle to be able to, increase your speed and angle for that inner clip 1. Definitely a difficult spot for all drivers to hit the entry. I think that initiation zone is something we're going to have to take a close eye on for every driver. Bence with a line score of 24, angle 26, style 25, with a total of 75 for Bence. Good run, Bence. A good run for a difficult track. Up next is Karma Mark IV. All right, Karma, what do you got? Out the gate, getting lots of grip, lots of speed, lots of angle into outer zone 1, playing it a little bit careful and making sure that the rear end doesn't hit that wall. A beautiful transition into outer zone 2. Maintaining good angle and speed through outer zone 3 here. We're looking for that wide line. Very good. So you can get that nice deep angle into the long haul of OZ3 and OZ4. A great run from Karma. Way to throw down. Not easy to do, as you can see from all of these drivers. Lots of talented drivers having a hard time on this course, but Karma able to put forth a great run. Let's see how high that puts Karma Mark IV with a line score, the highest of the day, 31, an angle score of 31, and a style score of 31 with the highest qualifier score of the day. A total of 93 for Karma Mark IV. Amazing run, Karma. Way to throw down. Way to set that bar just a little bit higher for the rest of these drivers. Speaking of other drivers, Bubba is up next, making his way over the line. Let's see how Bubba fares after taking a look at that incredible performance by Karma. All right, Bubba, here we go. Big initiation, lots of speed, but very minimal rear contact. A good hit into inner clip 1 and lots of angle into that inner clip 2 area. Outer zone 2 being met with a little bit less angle, but maintaining great control of the vehicle and still able to hit that wide line on the exit of OZ2. A little bit of bumper contact. Again, these walls proving to be a challenge for the drivers. It's very easy to misjudge your speed and send yourself too much into these zones and pay the price with that contact. But it looks like Bubba was able to maintain good angle and speed through all of the zones, even with a little bit of contact on the rear and front bumpers. A great run nonetheless. Now that is an example of persevering through a little bit what you could say is a mistake, but Bubba making it look like just another lap on the track. A line score of 30 for Bubba. An angle score of 31 and a style score of 30 for a total of 91 points. Bubba sitting happily into the top 3. Great run. Hitting that mark that's being set by the high-skilled competitive drivers here we have here today at FDE Season 4, Round 2. Dakim, FDE staff member, an incredible driver in this not so common Alfa Romeo. Let's see what Dakim can do at Moto Arena Lodz. Taking a deliberate approach and a big angle entry into OZ1. Ooh, a little bit of bumper contact, and it sends Dakim into a little bit of an awkward interclip and interclip 1 and 2, but kind of regaining perfect form. That's a tactical DNF. That is a tactical DNF from Dakim. I think I'm going to go over to the qualifying score. We're going to go ahead and see Dakim with a DNF. A little bit of issue on the entry into outer zone 1. Kind of, it was like a double bumper contact that sent Dakim into a bit of an understeer situation, missing interclip 1. And having an awkward line through interclip 2. So outside of outer zone 2, Dakim just sending himself off the track and vouching for a second run there. But up now we have ESRG Bart, a new competitor to FDE, on a most difficult track. That is a dangerous combination. Let's go ahead and see how Bart fares. Good luck. Here we go. Bart taking a deliberate run, getting a little loose, preparing for this initial entry into outer zone 1. Good angle, good speed, trying to keep that rear end in the zone, hitting interclip 1, hitting interclip 2. Can he make the transition back into outer zone 2? He can. Struggling a little bit with stability here, but nonetheless hitting the mark closely. Maybe not as wide of a line on the outside of OZ2, but nonetheless putting forth a valiant effort and a decent run from new FDE competitor ESRG Bart. Well done, Bart. Let's see what the judges have to say. Again, FDE welcoming returning champions, new competitors, everyone. You can sign up now for round 3 in just a few weeks. Find out more information on how to register your car, how to sign up, and how to get involved with Forza Drift Events at ForzaDriftEvents.com. Again, ForzaDriftEvents.com. Judges deliberating on Bart's run here. It looks like we have a triple update, a line score of 20, angle score of 26, and a style score of 25. So it seems like what Bart was missing there was the line score, perhaps leaving, you know, a crucial 5 points on the track. Let's go ahead and see our up next competitor. Good run, Bart, nonetheless. Moving on to Fox Reynolds. right, Fox in the R35 coming in with a massive initiation and maximum angle early on in outer zone 1. Can they make it back into inner clip 2, 1 and 2? They absolutely do. Outer zone 2 hit with a little bit of bumper contact, but still able to maintain control. Putting up a good line with that wide exit. And good speed maintenance into outer zone 3 and 4, making sure that there's not too much speed going into that zone as to hit the wall and kind of mess up your line there. But great control and a very solid run from Fox. Looks like Fox has a line score of 27. An angle score of 28. And a style score of 28. Pushing Fox Reynolds into the 80s with a total score of 83. Great run. Great run. You can see a couple of a little bumper hit there, a bumper tap there. As long as you're able to maintain control of your vehicle through the clips and zones, you still have an opportunity for a great score. Up next, a returning competitor, I believe a top 32 for round 1 returning competitor in Monsby. Monsby and a beautiful R35, very similar to our last driver in the livery. However, on the line and ready to go. Big early initiation into a maximum angle early on with a little bit of a bumper tap there, sending him into an understeer situation. Major control being shown here into a beautiful inner clip 1 and inner clip 2 area. Outer zone 2 being met with much of the same. A great line on the exit of outer zone 2. Let's see how the entry is into the long haul here. We have good angle, good speed. Good, stable looking drift through outer zone 3 and 4. A great run from Monsby. I definitely expected to see a great line with lots of angle from a previous top 32 driver from round 1. Coming back into round 2 on a arguably much more difficult track, Monsby able to put up a stellar score so far. Line score of 28, a style score of 28, and an angle score being updated, being deliberated on, of 28. Is a 28, 28, 28 for a total of 84 points for Monsby. Great run. Great run. Again, today, able to have our drivers join up, put down their best possible run, and then take off for the day, because we are splitting round 2 into 2 separate days of competition. Again, today is Season 4 Round 2 qualifiers, trying to narrow down our top 32 drivers from a pool of potentially 50, I believe we have today. And tomorrow, the main event. So all of these drivers are trying to earn their place in tomorrow's 32-player single elimination competition. Right now, we have Reap Drifts on the line, ready to go, revving the engine. Ready to put up their best score. We have Reap Drifts. Big initiation, a little bit of bumper contact, and losing a rear wing early on. Reap Drifts, unfortunately, just not getting the entry that they wanted on this track and vowing for a DNF score there. Again, this is qualifier, so all of our drivers have 2 opportunities to set their best score. And Reap's drifts opting for that second go early on, seeing that initiation, just not liking it. Obviously, they have a high bar set for themselves because that was quite a decent entry, I thought. But, you know, if it's time to put up your best score, you might as well give it another shot. A strategic DNF is absolutely part of the strategy here for qualifying. Shaking out a little bit of nerves. Maybe you were able to practice a little bit and a couple of hours ago, but you had to do some stuff. Maybe you're waiting for the show to start, get a little cool, little cold. And yeah, easy to just give a reset and go for a second run. Speaking of going for a second run, Dakim comes back onto the track from their initial DNF. We see Dakim about to put it all on the line for their competition, looking to put themselves in the top 32 for tomorrow. Dakim is on the track, ready to go. What can Dakim do when it's on the line? Will Dakim survive for the main event tomorrow? Beautiful entry and angle, speed, stability through outer zone 1. Inner clip 1 and 2 hit beautifully. Outer zone 2 coming up. Beautiful outer zone 2 coming through a wide line on the outside, even clipping the barriers a little bit on the outside, sending Dakim into a little bit of an understeer situation. That too wide of a line costing Dakim just a little bit, sending her a little too hard there, bud. Oh man, that was exciting. I feel awful. That was such an unfortunate rear tire tap on the track barriers, causing some issues into outer zone 3 and outer zone 4. Not quite off the track. I wonder if this is still going to be a judgeable line. Looks like it is. It looks like a 28 for line. An angle score of 29 as well. And Style with a 27. Oops, did I just reveal that I have the drop on the scores before you guys do? Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? A Style score of 27 for a total score of 84. Again, a difficult track being met with high-skilled drivers. A single mistake might not be the end of your run, so hold on to your seat, get back into your drift, and finish it strong, because you never know how the judges might treat you. Reap drifts back on the line with his second run, a previous DNF. Same situation as Dakim. We'll head back over to gameplay and see Reap drifts with their competition life on the line. Big initiation in outer zone 1. A little bit of understeer there, a little bit of lost angle, but a good recovery into inner clip 1 and inner clip 2. Struggling a little bit with low speed here through outer zone 2. Let's see if they're able to get through that wide line without hitting the barriers. It looks like they got through there with no issue. And a long drift through outer zone 3 and 4 with a good run from Reap drifts. I definitely think that that has the potential to send you to the main event tomorrow. Let's see what the judges think. Looks like we have a line score of 26, an angle score of 26. And a style score of 25 with a total of 77 So, we have gotten through about 20 different competitors so far. Reap Drifts rounding out the top of our second convoy of qualifying runs here at Moto Arena Lodz in Poland. This is FDE Season 4, Round 2 qualifiers. We'll be back in just a minute. Don't go anywhere.
Forza Creators Guild.
Forza Creators Guild.
Welcome back from commercial break. I am Shunzi, and here to bring you a quick reminder of what the judges are looking for here at Season 4, Round 2 at Moto Arena Lodz in Poland. We have gone through a few convoys of competitive drivers here, trying to set down their best score of the day on a very difficult track, much different than our round 1 track at Okayama. Moto Arena Lodz proving to have a lot of strategy and technical areas, putting up a good challenge for our drivers here. And of course, seeing Outer Zone 2 here at the end of Outer Zone 2, taking that wide line out, but making sure not to hit the barriers. We saw a couple of drivers hitting that barrier on the exit of Outer Zone 2, potentially costing them some points. And of course, the long haul through Outer Zone 3 and 4. Definitely difficult to maintain the correct speed. Speed management on Moto Arena Lodz proving to be a very challenging part of the track indeed. We do have a new convoy of competitors getting ready to show you what they've got. Take a quick look over at the keys to victory. Again, making sure we have a smooth initiation. Again, an area where speed management is crucial. Not sending yourself into the wall and ruining your run before you even begin, but being able to maintain that speed and angle through Outer Zone 1 and Inner Clip 1. The transitions into and out of Inner Clip 2, very important area where the judges are going to be taking a keen eye to. Of course, maintaining stability as you exit Outer Zone 2 into that wide line the judges are looking for. Of course, smooth transitions into the long haul of Outer Zone 3 and Outer Zone 4. A small decel zone before Outer Zone 3 can kind of help these drivers manage their speed where it needs to be. Of course, we have seen some nearly flawless runs, and we've also seen some drivers struggling through this track. Again, a very difficult track nonetheless. However, the judges are doing their best to make sure that it's an overall perspective on these drivers and not necessarily marking one single mistake on perhaps a world record run. Not too harshly, right? So a relative perspective for the drivers, trying to bring a fair and even score to the field for all of our competitors. That being said, we are moving on to our convoy here. We are ready to go with another driver. Let's see who is on the board here. We have B-Boy setting their qualifying run. I believe B-Boy is on the track ready to go. Let's send it over to Moto Arena Lodz with another Alfa Romeo. This is a car Dakim loves to drive. I've seen a couple, but they are more rare. Let's see what B-Boy can do in the Alpha. Representing Crewx CCX, B-Boy into a great initiation and Outer Zone 1, finding their way into Inner Clip 1 and 2. Good snappy transitions, a little bit of speed loss there into Outer Zone 2, sending B-Boy out of the zone for a quick second, but finishing off with a decent wide line there. A little bit of bumper contact on Outer Zone 3, and it looks like B-Boy is going to opt for a rerun. Some bumper taps there, proving to be a little bit too sloppy for B-Boy standards. And gonna go ahead and take a second run at the end of the convoy. That's gonna be a strategic DNF. Up next on the line, ready to go in a Ferrari, is Hate. We have Hate on the line, ready to go. Excited to begin. A little bit of offsides there, but no big deal. A little bit of a wall slam there into the initiation zone, but it looks like they planned for that. A great start for Hate. A little bit of wall contact, but really be able to just like maintain the angle and speed. That might have been a little bit of strategy here from our driver, and putting up an equally as impressive line through the rest of the track. Hate putting up a great line, a great showing here for the qualifying run, fighting their way into tomorrow's main event. Let's see what the judges have to say about that. Very interesting. I have not seen that sort of initiation where they kind of use the wall as like kind of to throw themselves into outer zone 1. Very interesting. It looks like we have a line score of 28 and an angle score of 24. So the judge is not seeing enough angle through these clipping zones, through these outer zones there. But a style score of 27 brings Hate up to a total of 79, on the cusp of an 80 score. Again, this is a challenging track, so we may see the threshold for top 32 brought down from our round 1 standard of about 83. Maybe we see that threshold for top 32 brought down just a little bit due to the difficulty, complexity, and the length of this track at Moto Arena Lodz. Up next, Jetstream. Jetstream, a returning competitor, I believe a top 32, but I definitely recognize the name. Jetstream on the line, ready to go in the S13. Taking a wide line into the initiation zone, and a little bit too much contact there sends Jetstream into the wall for inner zone or outer zone 1. It looks like this is going to be a strategic DNF. Unfortunately, that initiation just getting away from Jetstream there. But thankfully, this is only qualifiers. We do give our competitors a second chance to show us what they've got. Maybe a little bit of nerves there, causing Jetstream to miss the initiation point, but no worries. You will be able to have a second chance at the end of the convoy. That is a DNF for the first run of Jetstream. Moving on to our next competitor, it is Live It Up Boy, and a beautiful S15. Man, our competitors putting in the time not only to practice these tracks and getting ready to perform on stream live, but also putting that extra time into making their liveries a little spicy, a little something to look at. We definitely appreciate that. Live It Up Boy on the line, ready to go. Little bit of bumper contact there, a similar strategy perhaps from our previous competitor Hate. A great inner clip 1, a great inner clip 2. Let's see this transition into outer zone 2, able to maintain angle and speed, kind of trying to maintain angle as they increase their speed. A wide angle out to the barriers of the track. A little bit of bumper contact there, straightening out the car just a touch, and some debris on the track, unfortunately. But all things considered, Live It Up Boy puts down a great score. What I assume is going to be a great score, because that was a great run. Looks like we have a line score for Live It Up Boy. Updated from Judge 1, a line score of 27. We have an angle score and style score coming up shortly. Live It Up Boy with a total of 80, an angle score of 25, and a style score of 28. That little bit of struggle with the angle of the car once you hit the rear end and you start getting into understeer straightening situations, it you know, can definitely cost you a few points here and there. So moving on, a great run. We have now Mfe, another returning top 32 competitor from round 1 here and ready to show their stuff at Moto Arena Lodz in round 2. Mfe on the line and ready to go. Another member of Casual Crew, putting up a great initiation and good line through Outer Zone 1. Unfortunately, coming out of Outer Zone 1 a little bit too early. I don't know if that was on purpose, but missing the end of Outer Zone 1 by just a little bit. Perhaps not as wide of an angle through there, but still maintaining speed and angle. I did expect to see this, a strategic DNF from Mfe. I think definitely noticed that the exit on Outer Zone 1 just was not as stellar as they had wanted. It was a little bit early, sending them into, you know, kind of an awkward line for the rest of the run. But we'll go ahead and get back on the line. We'll go ahead and see who is up next. It is going to be Shake and Bake. Shake and Bake, a returning top 32 competitor from Okayama, round 1, here at Moto Arena Lodz. A difficult track, a thinner track, with long zones. Let's see how Shake and Bake fares. Calm, cool, and collected out of the starting area. 3-2-1 initiation. Perhaps not as big of an initiation as they have wanted, but Outer Zone 1 hit so hard the rear wing is now off. It looks like we have an inner clip 1 and inner clip 2 hit. Perhaps a little bit of speed lost in the transition into Outer Zone 3, but maintaining speed and angle nonetheless into Outer Zone 3 and 4 here. A little bit of struggle on the entry and exit into some of those outer zones. The line score might be sacrificed just a little bit. Let's see how the judges score that run. Definitely stable looking drifts. Shake and Bake. Judges' deliberation comes in. It is a line score of 27. An angle score of 28. And a style score of 28, bringing Shake and Bake to a total of 83. Well done, Shake and Bake. Up next, Solo Lessie, a well-known competitor, long-time competitor of FDE in the staple lime green R34 Solo Lessie, known to be a high-speed driver with some wild initiations. Let's go ahead and see how Solo Lessie manages the initiation zone on Moto Arena Lodz. Lots of speed, big initiation, lots of angle, very stable through outer zone 1, and a complete smack of inner clip 1 and inner clip 2. A smooth entry into outer zone 2 with a nice wide line out to the barriers. Keeping it safe though, making sure that there's not any contact on those barriers, and a beautiful entry into outer zone 3 and a continuance of speed, angle, and stability throughout the entire zone. Very well done from a seasoned competitor, Solo Lessie. A beautiful run, may be setting the standard and raising the bar for other competitors today in round 2. A style score of 32, an angle score of 31, and a line score of 32, bringing us to our number 1 driver of the day, Solo Lessie, with a total of 95. An incredible score from Solo Lessie. Might as well have done the track showcase themselves. Great line, beautiful, stable, fast style, and maximum angle. Nothing being sacrificed on the track, laying it all on the line and putting themselves in first place. It's going to be hard to follow, but Sir Leone is on the track, ready to go. Beautiful run. Beautiful run. All right. A returning top 32 driver once again, Sir Leone, on the line, ready to go. Lots of speed, big angle, a little bit of a bumper tap there, but no angle lost. Lots of speed on the exit, but able to bring the front of the car into inner clip 1 and inner clip 2. We see outer zone 2 met with a great entry, good speed, stability, and angle. Let's see how this line turns out very nicely. A smooth entry with a little bit of stylish bumper tap, perhaps, on the outer zone 3 wall. Perhaps a little bit of a shallowing of angle there, but nonetheless, another incredible run from some seasoned FDE competitors, really showing their stuff, showing the amount of time and preparation that goes into these builds, into these cartoons, into the practicing on the tracks. Putting that time and effort into preparation. With a great line score of 28, an angle of 28. Judge 3 coming in with the style score of 29 for a high score of 85. Very good run, Sir Leone. Up next, YSS Digital. YSS Digital making their way over to the line, yet another Ferrari. Ferrari seems to be a pretty popular drift car today. You don't see a lot of these, I feel like, in free roam or in maybe Horizon Open Drift, but apparently it is a drift competitor's dream. Some Ferraris I didn't expect to see. But anyways, moving on, YSS Digital is on the line, ready to go. Engine is hot. YSS Digital trying to fight their way into tomorrow's main event. A great initiation, beautiful stable angle through outer zone 1, and a complete coverage of inner clip 1 and inner clip 2 with a nice smooth entry into outer zone 2, gaining a little bit of speed to try and get this wide line on the exit of outer zone 2. A smooth and deliberate and controlled entry into the long haul of OZ3 and OZ4. A great run, almost flawless. I don't want to believe we're going to see another high 90 score, but hey, if he deserves it, let's see if the judges think so. Another incredible run, really just putting down track showcase style near flawless runs here. A score total of 93 for YSS Digital, putting himself in the elite top 3. A line score of 31 out of 33, an angle score of 30 out of 33, and a style score of 32 out of 33. Could hardly get more stylish than that run. Incredible 90 scores here today. These competitors really showing their form and performing for all of us here today on youtube.com/Forza Drift Events and my personal channel, twitch.tv/Shunzi. This is again Season 4, Round 2 of Forza Drift Events. And right now we have Prince on the line, ready to go and put their line in. Let's see what Prince can do. Ooh, a little bit of contact there on the wall, but again, strategy perhaps. Ooh, a little bit of oversteer, sending Prince into an awkward line through here, perhaps just getting a little bit of practice in before committing to a DNF. Again, drivers do have 2 opportunities to set a score. If you find yourself making early mistakes like that, it's important to not continue the run through the judged section unless you want to stick to that run. So I'm a little confused here. I don't know if that was supposed to be a strategic DNF or if Prince perhaps wants to go and stick with that score. Let's see what the judges have to say. Again, if you are a competitor, yes, it is a DNF for Prince. If you're a competitor, I mean, obviously getting a little bit of practice in isn't going to hurt anybody, but making sure that you make it obvious that you are avowing for or opting for a second run, that you're DNFing your first run by just, you know, at the end of the run of the judge section, just straightening out and, you know, gliding through the end of the judge section. But anyways, onward with B-Boy. An initial DNF from B-Boy sends him back to the line for his second run. His competition life, again, on the line. It is make or break for B-Boy right here, right now. Can B-Boy make it to tomorrow's main event in the top 32? Here in round 2 at Moto Arena Lodz, B-Boy puts up his second and final run. Potentially final. Big initiation to outer zone 1. Looking smooth. A little bit of wall contact sends him out wide, but maintaining control of the vehicle and putting up a beautiful inner clip 2. A little bit more bumper contact, straightening out the car there, but still good angle and still following a good line. Perhaps still able to get a style score and a line score into the high 27s, maybe not so much an angle score, just with those few straightens, but nonetheless holding on to their run, not giving up, maintaining control, you know, regaining control after early mistakes and doing their best for us here We'll see how the judges score that one. Looks like B-Boy has a line score of 25. An angle score of 26. And a style score of 25. So all is not lost. Still a good score from B-Boy with a total of 76 points. Way to go, B-Boy. I know the nerves are probably, you know, you're feeling it right now. But great run. We'll see how this pans out for you in the top 32. But right now we have another second run from a initial DNF. It is Jetstream on the line, ready to go. Again, this is the second run for Jetstream. These are DNF secondary runs. The line has been drawn. Can Jetstream get over the line and fight their way into tomorrow's main event? It is an initiation, a beautiful looking initiation, might I add, into Outer Zone 1, looking stable, calm. A great transfer into Inner Clip 1 and Inner Clip 2. Outer Zone 2 looking like we're losing a little bit of speed, trying their best to maintain that angle. Perhaps an early exit from Outer Zone 2, but still able to get the wide line the judges are looking for. How is this going to be looking into Outer Zone 3? Not too much wall contact there. Still good angle, still good speed. And fighting their way to the end of the judge section. A good, solid run from Jetstream there. With it all on the line, I know my hands would be shaking, so big kudos to these drivers putting themselves in the make or break position and still able to perform and put up a good run. So we have Jetstream here with a line score of 26. Angle score of 27 and a style score of 26, just beneath the 80-point threshold. Still a great score nonetheless. Jetstream putting up a valiant effort and good score with good chances of getting into tomorrow's main event, top 32. But yet another driver fighting for the same right to compete tomorrow. We have MFA with another run, their second run with an initial DNF score. So yet another make or break moment for our competitors here. MFA on the line, ready to go. Good luck. Again, representing Casual Crew. A great initiation, good angle and depth into the zone. Big coverage on Inner Clip 1 and Inner Clip 2. Outer Zone 2 looking like much of the same. Very deliberate entry and a beautiful exit out of Outer Zone 1 or 2, excuse me. A nice wide, again, safe, deliberate, and controlled entry into the longest zone of the track. A beautiful run, potentially 90s point threshold being beat there on their DNF run. I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but that was a good looking run from MFE. Very difficult to shake out.
Welcome back, Joseph.
Forza Creators Guild.
Forza Creators Guild.
Welcome back from an unfortunate stall there. We had some technical issues here on the production side, but we're back, ready to go, and continue on with FDE Season 4, Round 2, here at the Polish track Moto Arena, Lodz. Again, I am Shunzi, here live at twitch.tv/Shunzi, representing Forza Drift Events on youtube.com/Forza Drift Events. Thank you for your understanding and patience as we get the show rolling once again. We have our new convoy of drivers. We have a couple of DNF scores and runs to go over before we head into the next round of competitors. So once again, we're going to take a look at the keys to victory while we're making our way over to the track starting line. a difficult track, but some incredible scores being put up so far, especially that last run from MFA on their DNF 2 of 2 runs, putting up a beautiful score, which we will show you right now. I unfortunately crashed. My computer crashed. A whole blue screen situation. Unfortunate, and it hasn't happened. So first time for everything, I guess. But MFA's score was a great score. We were unable to see it before the streams crashed, so I'll go ahead and display that to everyone now. It should be ready for our viewing. It is a total score of 85 from MFA, a line of 28, angle of 28, and style score of 29. Lots of style, lots of angle, and a beautiful line coming out from MFA on their make or break DNF rerun. Up next, we have another, I believe one more DNF driver. I believe it's going to be Prince X. I believe Prince is going to make their way to the line, or maybe that is going to be later on. Let's go ahead and see what our organizer, FDE, shredded. Again, a thank you to all of the competitors for joining us today here for FDE Season 4 Round 2. We appreciate all of the time and effort put into throwing down good scores, practicing, tuning your cars, painting your cars, and putting on a good show for everyone here on YouTube and Twitch. And of course, a thank you to our staff, FDE staff, for putting this production together. It might seem like I am, doing most of the work here. I promise you, I assure you, that is not the case. There is a great team of passionate community members, of passionate Forza hobbyists that are putting together a great show and a great competition for all of us to enjoy for free. Again, this is just a passion project for all of us, and we hope that you enjoy the production. Moving on from MFA's incredible run, we have Prince on the line, ready to do their second run. An initial DNF from Prince brings them back to the line with a make or break moment. Prince on the line, ready to go. Big initiation goes into outer zone 1. Again, make or break. A little bit of struggling through outer zone 1. You got this, man. Bring it together. Control the car. You can do this. Outer zone 2 being met. Interclip 1 and interclip 2 did look very good. Getting back into form here through outer zone 2 with a decent wide line. A little bit of contact on the entry into outer zone 3. Don't give up. You got this. You got this. Finish out strong. It is Prince with a solid run. A few mistakes. Welcome in, everybody. If you are just joining us, this is FDE Season 4 Round 2 qualifiers at Moto Arena Lodz. We just had Prince putting up their second run of the day. An initial DNF brought Prince back to the hot seat, back to the line, putting up a good score so far, a 26 for line, a 27 for angle, and a style score still being deliberated on. Looks like potentially Judge 3 has a lot to consider. However, it's looking good so far for Prince with a line score of 26 and an angle score of 27, still able to put themselves into middle to high end 70s range. Again, a difficult track might prove to push the bottom threshold for the top 32 a little bit further down than it was at Okayama. For example, the last score you could get to get into the top 32 for round 1, I believe, was like 82 or 83. And it might be a little bit lower for Moto Arena Lodz, but Prince able to put up a good score nonetheless with an 80, line 26, angle 27, and style of 27, putting up a total of 80 for Prince. Well done, Prince. Way to hold in there through those couple of mistakes, still having a great run overall. And moving on to our next competitor, it is a returning top 32 driver from round 1. It is Bionic Bunghole. Bionic Bunghole. It's a bunghole, but it's bionic. Here at the line to put up their score, wiggling those tires, ready to go, in a beautiful RCF with the full lock livery. Beautiful looks, beautiful car. Let's see if he can match it with a beautiful run. Big initiation into outer zone 1 right after the 3-2-1 cones. A good inside clip hit there as well, and a very controlled entry into outer zone 2 with lots of depth, really pushing the rear wing of the car pretty much over the wall, maximum angle, deep into the drift with great speed. That is a stellar run from Bionic Bunghole. Great transitions, great angle, great speed. Well done, Bionic. All of these competitors doing their best to get into tomorrow's main event. Bionic Bunghole securing a great score so far. It is 29, 29, 29 for Bionic Bunghole, a total of 87. A very safe score. I definitely seeing that being within the threshold for tomorrow's main event. We will see as time goes on. Up next, we have Captain Holt, another returning competitor from round 1. I cannot remember if they made it into the top 32, but here, back again with some fresh paint, some fresh tunes, and another go here at Moto Arena Lodz. Looks like that wasn't a good start. Let's go ahead and give another start here. Might have been a little bit of a stall there. No worries. We go again. Captain Holt on the line. A decent entry there with a little bit of a wall tap. A little bit of an early exit out of outer zone 1, but a decent inner clip 1, inner clip 2, really not hit the way you should be hitting those inner clip zones. Kind of basically just driving through inner clip 2. This may be a strategic reset for Captain Holt, but nonetheless wanting to go ahead and put up a run through the last zones. I think that's going to be a DNF. We shall see what the judges have to say. That inner clip 2, an obvious mistake, but I think that might just be a qualifying run. I don't think that's a DNF, so let's see what the judges have to say here. Line score of 24, an angle score of 24, and a style score of 23. So we have a total score of Captain Holt for 71. Definitely a difficult track. Again, the threshold might be lower for top 32, But thank you for competing. That was a decent run. I think there might still be some work to be done on that tune, but valiant effort. And we move on to our next competitor, Jordan Foe, a returning top 32 competitor from round 1. Here, ready to show us how their preparation is going to pay off. We have Jordan Foe on the line. Big angle and big initiation into outer zone 1. Beautiful speed and stability through there. Inner clip 1 hit, just the tip. Inner clip 2, a lot more of full coverage of inner clip 2. Met with a great slide through outer zone 2 with a wide exiting line. Let's see if we can manage our speed into the decel zone and the beginning of outer zone 3, outer zone 4 with a ton of angle and speed. Jordan Foe putting up an incredible run there. Well done, Jordan. Well done. Beautiful livery as well, if I might add. Looks like we already have the line score in. It is a line score of 30, a style score of 31. And is this going to be another 90s club run for Jordan Foe? With a 29 for angle, exactly what Jordan needed to push himself into the top competitors of the day. A total of 90 for Jordan Foe puts him happily into the top, I believe, 4 or 5 now. I think that was like maybe our 3rd or 4th 90s plus run. Beautiful run from Jordan Foe. On to Kill All Tires. Kill All Tires, representing team side-to-side action. On the line, and another Lexus. Interesting. We'll go ahead and see this beautiful car and livery in action. Kill All Tires with a nice and controlled entry into outer zone 1. A little bit of a wall clip there, and I think that's going to be a DNF for the initial run of Kill All Tires. Again, the initiation zone really proving to be a challenge to get right. The speed management into the initiation zone and outer zone 1 is very tricky to get right. I believe that's going to be a strategic DNF for Kill All Tires. We move onward again. For every competitor out there watching right now, getting ready for your run, and for future competitors here watching on twitch.tv/Shunzi or youtube.com/Forza Drift Events, remember, to get a strategic DNF like that, you do have to halt your run before the end of the judged section. So in order to get a second run, you can't complete the entire run. You do have to stop yourself before the end. So take note, make sure you know the strategy, because the field of skill here, the strength of field here is very high. We have a top 3 driver from round 1 at Okayama International. It is Oni P2, the silver medal from round 1, and I was surprised to find out after round 1 that Oni is a new drift competitor. So their first round of drift competition in round 1 of FDE of season 4 was their first time competing, and they were able to get a 2nd place finish. An incredible run through Okayama International. We have Oni back on the line in round 2, Moto Arena Lodz. Let's see what he has for us here. A Nice wide entry here. A beautiful e-brake entry into outer zone 1. Really nailing in that speed management and a beautiful coverage of inner clip 1 and inner clip 2. A smooth transition with lots of angle into outer zone 2. Can we get a wide line to match it? And we absolutely do, almost tapping the barriers on the outside of the track. A beautiful initiation into outer zone 3 and outer zone 4. I can't help myself but smile through the end of that run. An incredible run from a P2 finalist of round 1, Oni. Beautiful run, Oni. Way to go, man. Way to go. You hit my car, you're immediately disqualified. Moving on. No, of course, I'm joking. An incredible run from Oni. Cannot believe what I just saw. That was robotic. And looks like Judge 1 agrees. It is a line score of 32. Will Oni be able to top the leaderboard and take the top qualifying run away from Solo Lessie? It looks like there's opportunity to. Can he beat a 95? A style score of 32, a line score of 32. We have Judge 2 deliberating on the angle. With a angle score of 30, not able to kick Solo Lessie out of that number 1 qualifying spot, but an incredible run from Oni with a total score of 94. God dang. Beautiful run. Absolutely on par with the best in this competition. Performing when it matters. Oni putting up an incredible score. Happily within the top few drivers of the day. And we move on to another seasoned competitor, FDE round season 4 round 1 top 32 driver. It is WK Gutter making their way over to the starting line. Again, great to see everyone here, all of the competitors, all of the viewers here on twitch.tv/Shunzi and youtube.com/Forza Drift Events. Thank you all for joining us today. If you would like to find out more about Forza Drift Events, if you'd like to get involved with the communities and the communities of our partners, please go to ForzaDriftEvents.com. You will find all of the information you could possibly want about our league and the show and how to prepare to get your car ready for competition. Again, we have WK Gutter on the line. We're going to head over to gameplay and see what our boy WK Gutter can do for us, rocking the full lock lime green livery in an incredibly stunning Mark IV Supra. It's WK Gutter. Nice deliberate e-brake entry into outer zone 1. Beautiful angle and consistency through there. A full coverage of inner clip 1. A little tap on inner clip 2. But more great angle and speed and stability. The beautiful stability of a wheel driver. I believe WK Gutter is on the Logitech G923 or G920. Just great looking style, great looking drifts, lots of speed, lots of angle, and a well-deserved 360 celebration from WK Gutter. Well done. Incredible angle through that entire run. Let's see how our judges treat WK Gutter. What do they think about this run? I'd say that is a very solid run. I definitely think it's gonna be... No way. Okay. It is an angle score of 33. That is our first perfect score for the day. WK Gutter putting up a 33 out of 33 for angle. Competitors, viewers, take notes, rewatch it, write it down, do what you can, because that was maximum angle from WK Gutter. I believe a 31 from Judge 1 and a 32 from Judge 3 leaves us at a total of 95 for WK Gutter, matching Solo Lessie's #1 run of the day. We now have a two-way tie between Solo Lessie and WK Gutter for round 2 qualifying best score. But we're not done yet. It is Kiko on the line. Again, another returning top 32 driver. Beautiful score. Beautiful score, Gutter. All right, we have Kiko on the line here, ready to go. Big entry into outer zone 1, a little bit of bumper contact there, but still holding on to the angle and speed. A full coverage of inner clip 1, full coverage of inner clip 2. Outer zone 2 being met with more trading paint on that barrier, but again, maintaining control, maintaining angle into a great outer zone 2 exit and entry into the longest zone of the track, outer zone 3 and 4, with an incredible run. Another great run. We have some back-to-back-to-back heaters here for you at FDE Season 4 Round 2. Kiko putting up another great score. Maybe it's gonna be another score of 90 plus. We shall see. I was taking a look at the current scores tab on the top of your screen during gameplay, and it looks like we have 6 or 7 competitors with a score of 90 plus. These are going to be the competitors you're going to be finding on the track in all the practice sessions. You're going to be finding these guys dialing in their tunes day and night, putting in the time, the seat time, to really compete at the highest level. We have Kiko with a great score of 83. Kiko, great run. Moving on to XX Dead to You G59, making their way over to the starting line. But again, these scores of 90, these are the guys that you want to be practicing with. Get involved with the community, whether it be FDE, CCX, S2SA, D2D, whatever. Check out our partners, check out the communities, get involved in the Discord at ForzaDriftEvents.com. Dead to You is on the line, ready to go. Dead to You going to set his score, fighting his way into tomorrow's main event. And the beautiful 370Z Nismo, rocking an ice cold livery. Big speed initiation into outer zone 1, some contact, but that does not shake him. Into inner clip 1 toe tap, a little bit too shallow into inner clip 1, or outer clip, inner clip 2, excuse me. But outer zone 2 met with lots of angle. Looks like a solid line through here. Good entry with more trading paint onto the outer barrier into the longest zone of the track. A solid run from Dead to You. Well done. Looks like we have a line score of 28. Let's see the Judge 2 and Judge 3 decision. A total of 86 for Dead to You, 29 for angle and style, and a 28 for line. So, yeah, an incredible score, happily into the 80s. Definitely expected a nice score there. It was a good looking run. We are back with our DNF'd driver. It is Kill All Tires with their second run. An initial DNF, bringing Kill All Tires to the line again with their competition life on the line. A DNF here means you're out. Let's see what he can do. Big initiation, I believe e-brake initiation to outer zone 1, really hugging that wall with maximum angle, speed, and depth, really covering the inner clip 1 and inner clip 2. A beautiful transition into outer zone 2. Let's see this line on the exit. Again, a point where the judges are really paying attention. Not as wide as other competitors, but I believe still a beautiful line nonetheless. Lots of angle and speed through outer zone 3 and 4, and an incredible run from Kill All Tires. Another top 32 driver from round 1 coming back, and even when it's all on the line, able to shake out those nerves and perform. Kill All Tires with a very good run in that Lexus. In an incredible looking Red Bull livery. Very good line. High angle throughout the entire course. Very stylish. Good looking transitions. The snappier the transition, I think the more stylish the run gets, in my opinion. A total score of 85 for Kill All Tires. Another happy mid-80s score there with a line score of 28, an angle score of 28, and a style score of 29. I believe that is the end of this current convoy of competitors. We are going to head over to a quick commercial break with some messages from FDE partners. We'll be back with another convoy, another set of competitors for you all here at Forza Drift Events Season 4, Round 2. We'll be back here at Moto Arena Lodz after these messages. Don't go anywhere.
Forza Creators Guild.
Forza Creators Guild.
Welcome back from commercial break. Thank you all for joining us today for FDE Season 4, Round 2, here at Moto Arena Lodz. A very difficult track. We have seen some incredible scores so far today. I believe 7 scores in the 90s and many 80s and quite a few 70s. This is, again, a very difficult track. Might be the most difficult track of the seasons, of season 4, right? But our driver's performing nonetheless. Just for a quick reminder for those of you who might just be tuning in, welcome. We are going to go through another track showcase here and really dial in and remember where the crucial judging points are. Initiation has been a very difficult part for a lot of drivers, even drivers putting up high scores, high 80s, low 90s scores, have had DNFs from missing the initiation point. When you really see someone e-brake into that initiation zone and control their speed very deliberately, you know that's going to be a good run, because speed management on this map is very, very important. Again, the transitions into and out of inner clip 2, very important judging areas. Outer zone 2 ending here, and into the transition for the rest of the track. Again, judges looking wide line on the exit of outer zone 2, going into a decel zone right before outside zone 3. Again, reminding drivers and viewers that carrying too much speed into that area can force the back end of your car into the barrier and, straightening out your drift. So you're not going to be sideways. You're going to be driving through the zone. So if you see someone hit that, know that if they are still in control of keys to victory for Moto Arena Lodz. Smooth in zones, of course, 3 and 4 proving to be very long zones for these drivers to maintain angle through. Inner clip 2 proving to be a challenging spot. It requires some snappy transitions out of inner clip 1 and right before outer zone 2. Maintaining stability of your car throughout the entire run. Fighting the car for angle, fighting the car to stay on line. You can see when the tune or the driver might need a little bit more work. So, stable drives, stable drifts is definitely important for the judges to see. We also are looking for smooth transitions before outer zone 3 and outer zone 4. Again, this is the transition from outer zone 2 through the figure 8 into outer zone 3. It's a difficult line through there, and if you take too shallow of a line, you might be setting yourself up for failure on that last long haul zone of OZ3 and OZ4. And yeah, of course, maintaining angle. It's angle and speed, baby. So if you're going fast but you got no angle, that's not going to cut it. If you want to be able to compete with the best of them, you're going to have to maintain that angle no matter how much speed or potential contact you might get from a barrier or, in tomorrow's main event, from a competitor. So definitely there's skill expression in maintaining control after a mistake or after contact. High skill expression being displayed here today so far. Lots of high scoring runs. I believe we have about 10 to 12 qualifying runs left. We have some big names in this convoy coming up. We are currently making our way to the track. Of course, waiting for Forza to be Forza, going through all these loading screens, driving up to the starting line. Control and speed, baby. Exactly. Again, thank you to all of our competitors for showing up and performing today. We appreciate the time and effort it takes for you to dial in your tunes, to dial in those beautiful liveries, and to put seat time in on the track. And of course, a big thank you to all of our partners for helping us make this production as stellar and exciting as it possibly can be. And a big shout out to the Forza community for showing up today for FDE Season 4 Round 2 at youtube.com/Forza Drift Events and here on my personal channel, twitch.tv/Shunzi. Again, for more information about how to get involved in the community as just a casual player or potentially a future FDE competitor, head over to ForzaDriftEvents.com. Again, that is ForzaDriftEvents.com. If you love Forza and you love motorsport, and if you like drifting, if you love drifting, you like drifting, it's a no-brainer. But even if you're just a racer or you're a casual player, get involved. There's a lot of great lobbies. It's not just, you know, the highest, most elite drivers out here. We have a big community. We have lots of different things going on in between events, lots of different practice lobbies, lots of information being shared on the Discord, plenty of time for you to prepare and learn if you're newer, or if you're already an experienced driver, to really dial in those tunes and perhaps learn a thing or two from some of the other seasoned veterans. Again, we have a pretty big convoy here, some incredible names. Making our way over the starting line. We appreciate your patience. We hope that you have all enjoyed the show so far today. It's been nice, personally. There's been a lot of great scores, obviously extremely entertaining from our drivers here, but also it's nice to split the days up. I know, unfortunately, you can't please everyone. There's always going to be people who, unfortunately, can't make it due to time constraints or it being on the weekend or even just time zones making things difficult. It is a very international community we have here from drivers all over the world. But splitting up the competition into a qualifiers today and then the main event tomorrow definitely, I think, helps out the drivers. I think it helps out the production. And I think it might be a little bit more digestible for you, the viewer, as well. All right. So we are here at the starting line at Moto Arena Lodz in Poland. Yes, we are in Poland. Let's go ahead and head over to the judges table to see who is on the line. It is that one guy. That one guy on the line in an RX-7. I wonder if he has the rotary in there or maybe it's an engine swap. Sounds like an engine swap to me, but nonetheless, we are ready to go. That one guy fighting for the spot in tomorrow's main event. Here we go. Maximum RPM, a little wiggly off the line, but let's see how we get into this transition. A good transition, just a little bit of straightening on the initiation there. It looks like outer zone 1, inner clip 1, and inner clip 2 are met with a little bit of a struggle to maintain angle and speed here. This might be a strategic DNF from that one guy. A little bit late on the entry into outer zone 3 and still just fighting that tune, perhaps not as dialed in with the tune as they wanted. I hope that that is a DNF score. I do try my best, and of course, there is a drivers meeting before the show to try to remind drivers how to perform their run if they want a DNF score. However, I'm not sure if that one qualifies, but I think due to the line, it's going to be a DNF, so we will see that one guy back on the line once again after the rest of the competitors have had their go. And it is a pleasure to have YSS Fish back on the line in round 2. This, ladies and gentlemen, is our round 1 champion. YSS Fish back for round 2 to get some more doors, but today, just setting forth the best possible run that they can. It is YSS Fish ready and on the line. Of course, being a round 1 champion means we have high expectations for YSS Fish, still in that same Cadillac CT5V. Beautiful car. It's also a sedan. Might be a little bit heavy. Let's see how YSS Fish throws it around Moto Arena Lodz. Calm, cool, collected, big initiation and angle into outer zone 1. Smooth as can be into inner clip 1 and 2. Full coverage, a little bit of a toe tap there, but still maintaining great control, great angle, a great line for YSS Fish, hanging out wide just like the judges expect. A great transition with stability, speed, and angle all here and on the track for YSS Fish, our round 1 champion, putting up a beautiful score. It would not surprise me if this matches the best or potentially exceeds the best qualifying score of the day. YSS Fish showing up and performing. A line score of 31. Potential for a 90 score. Still potential yet. 32 for Angle. And a 30 for Judge 3 on style. That is a total score of 93 for YSS Fish. Great score, Fish. Putting yourself happily into the top drivers, the top qualifying scores of the day. Incredibly done. Incredibly well done. Smooth as can be. That's what we're looking to see here, right there. These 90 scores, if you see a driver get close to 90 or exceed 90, these are the runs that really establish the bar, right? They set the bar high. These are what the other drivers are trying to do. And we have another driver making their way to the starting line. YSS Fish again with a total score of 93. I'm sure he'll be very happy with that. We do have Sun God making their way to the starting line. We have Sun God making their way to the line. Let's head over to Moto Arena Lodz. And a very minimal but clean looking R34. Let's see what Sun God has for us here. Beautiful sounds from that RB26. Great entry into outer zone 1, a little bit shallow, but still good coverage nonetheless of inner clip 1 and inner clip 2. Another toe tap there outside of inner clip 2. Outer zone 2 being met with good angle and speed, perhaps not as wide of a line there. A little bit of a late entry into outer zone 3, but finishing off strong with a good run there from Sun God. Well done. Let's go ahead and see how the judges score that run. I'm curious to see how the line and angle score are going to be judged. I think a couple of points might be left on the line there, but still a solid run nonetheless by Sun God. When you have so many great scores, so many high 80s, low 90s scores back to back to back, it can make a great run look less just because of the contrast of those robotic 90 plus scores. However, here Sun God putting up a good score of 78, almost hitting that 80s threshold with a 28 for line, 24 for angle, and a 26 for style. Well done, Sun God. Up next is Reaper King. Reaper King. Calling Reaper King. I believe Reaper King may be lost getting their way over to the starting line. Wow. I cannot believe we've had so many scores of 90. You know, early on in the show, I was mentioning that we could see a lower threshold number for entry into the top 32 drivers for the main event tomorrow. Same time, same place. But as time has gone on, I've realized our competitors say no, this is not going to be a lower scoring track. We are going to throw down and perform beyond your expectations and still put up incredibly high 80s and 90s numbers. It has been an incredible showing from our skilled drivers here at FDE. Again, Reaper King coming to the line, ready to rumble. And an R35 with a beautiful livery. It is Reaper King fighting for their position in the top 32. Big initiation, a little bit of bumper contact there sends him into a straightening area. That looks like a little toe tap onto inner clip 1, a full cover of inner clip 2. Let's see if they can recover this run. A little bit of trouble in outer zone 1 does not spell defeat for these drivers. But if they do want another go at it, they better not finish the track. Looks like this may be a DNF. Yep, that is a DNF from Reaper King. Very good strategy from Reaper King there, making sure that they end their run before the end of the judged section to make sure that the judges and organizers know, hey, this is a strategic DNF. I want another run. No problem at all. You will be back on the line again after the rest of the convoy has gone. Reaper King, not done yet. Up next, it is Get Baptized. Get Baptized, of course, another top 32 driver, I believe, from round 1. A lot of returning competitors trying to dial in and perform to the best of their ability to try and make it into, of course, I mean, going for the gold, right? But at least top 8, top 16, trying to push further than they had before. It is Get Baptized on the line, ready to go. Again, incredible looking livery. Let's see if we can find an incredible run to match. A little bit of contact in the initiation zone, but maintaining control, speed, and angle through the inner clips. Looking good so far. That's an outer zone 2 entry. Looking good. A little bit shallow. Maybe just a little bit more shallow than they had anticipated, but trying to maintain that wide line after the exit of outer zone 2. And more contact. Looks like the decel zone's proving to be challenging for Get Baptized. This may or may not be a DNF. Good strategy, Get Baptized, making sure the judges know, hey, that wasn't what I wanted. Let's go ahead and go for round 2. We will see Get Baptized back on the line. That's going to be a DNF. Up next, we have Erpix. Erpix on the line and ready to go. Let's get into it. In a Camaro, the first Camaro we've seen all day long. Great looking livery. Big initiation. Good e-brake to back into outer zone 1. Good speed control and coverage of the clipping zones. Outer zone 2 met with good speed and angle, actually increasing speed to try and make sure we get out wide. There's that wide line the judges are looking for. Let's see how this entry into OZ3 and OZ4 goes. Looks good so far. Lots of speed, lots of control, stable drift all the way through the end of the judge section. A solid run from Erpix. That is definitely going to be a scored run. Looks like a 28 for line, a 28 for angle, and a 29 for style, putting Erpix at 85. Erpix putting up a great run, happily into the 80s. Up next, we have Born Sideways. I believe Born Sideways, along with Dakim and Shreddit, are our track creators for FDE. So let's go ahead and see how the track master runs the track himself. It is Born Sideways on the line. Beautiful e-brake entry, no bumper contact, but a little bit of a straighten there, but full coverage into inner clip 1 and 2. Beautiful angle through inner clip 2. A little bit of a straighten there into outer zone 2. Let's go ahead and see if that is going to suffice for Born Sideways. Outer zone 3 and outer zone 4 looking good. Another tiny straighten there. And it looks like that is going to be a total run for Born Sideways, putting up a solid run through Moto Arena Lodz. Just a couple of places where the angle was a little bit straighter than they might have wanted, but a great line and pretty stable looking stylish transitions might leave Born Sideways with a good score regardless. Again, a small mistake or two isn't the end of your run. It isn't the end of the day. Maintaining control and getting back into the drift, getting back into angle is definitely the way to go. Looks like we have a line score of 29, so maybe not the greatest angle of the day, but still following that line that the judges have highlighted in the track showcase and have highlighted in the keys to victory. So an angle score of 27 and a style score of 28 still puts Born Sideways happily into the 80s with a total of 84. Coming up next, it is Glenn C. A lot of competitors coming back from round 1. Glenn C finding his way to the starting line, getting ready and set to go. It is Glenn C representing Casual Crew, FDE partner. And a great livery, great car. Big initiation, lots of angle here in outer zone 1. Inner clip 1 met with full coverage. Inner clip 2, a lot of the same. Perhaps not as much angle as they might have wanted. Kind of the same through outer zone 2. Good line, stable looking drifts. Just a little bit less angle than our judges might. Looks like the initiation was, or the zone was a little bit late for outer zone 3 as well, but finishing off the run nonetheless. It is Glenn C putting down their qualifying run. Just a couple of mistakes there could still be a good score. A little bit of a struggle through the longer zones, right? It's kind of like the one of the main challenges of the day is not just the length of the track, but the length of these outer zones. You have to maintain angle for a long time, which means you need the momentum when you enter these zones to carry you through the entire zone, which can be difficult to manage. Again, speed management is the name of the game here at Moto Arena Lodz. Glenn C nonetheless putting in a high 70 score of 78 total with 26 line, a 25 angle, and a 27 for style. Up next, IPS Toast. IPS Toast on the line, ready to go. Loud and proud with that door card. Let's see what Toast can do here. Moto Arena Lodz. The most stylish entry of the day with an e-brake into Outer Zone 1, a 360 just for shiggles, going through Outer Zone with lots of angle and speed, a full coverage of Inner Clip 1 and Inner Clip 2. Can IPS Toast finish the run with such a stylish start? What are we witnessing here in round 2? Outer Zone 2 finished off strong with an ultra-wide exit out of Outer Zone 2. IPS Toast giving us a show here late in the day. Outer Zone 3 and Outer Zone 4 hit with some stable, deep angle drifts. IPS Toast with maybe the most stylish entry of the season so far. Well done, my friend. What a showman. I don't even know what to say about that. Excuse me. Making me cough, man. Those drifts were sick. We'll see what the judges have to say about that entry. I think everyone has a little bit of confusion here. That was a 360 entry. The line score of 26. So perhaps that ultra wide exit out of Outer Zone 2 didn't sit too well with the judges, at least. Hey. It might not be the highest score of the day, but definitely a highlight nonetheless. IPS Toast puts up a total of 80. It's going to be a 26 for line, a 27 for angle, and a 27 for style. I don't know about you guys, but a 33 out of 33 for style, I wouldn't have argued. Would you have? I don't know. That was good for me. Great run, IPS Toast. Happily sitting at 80 points. Great highlight. Up next, we have a second run for the initial DNF from that one guy. That one guy making their way over to the starting line again in this beautiful purple RX-7 with what it sounds like some sort of V8 swap. We have that one guy on the line, the competition life. It is make or break. A good run means potential top 32. A DNF here spells the end of round 2. A good initiation into Outer Zone 1. A little bit shallow there, but nonetheless a decent start. A little bit of trouble spells heartbreak for that one guy. I believe that is going to be a did not finish. I'm going to go ahead and follow them for the rest of the track. I don't mind. Finish the run, my man. Finish the run, no problem at all. It looks like that's going to be a DNF from that one guy. Unfortunately, it is difficult to put it down when it matters most. The nerves can get to you. A couple of mistakes and your run is over. I believe that is going to be another DNF for that one guy. So unfortunately not able to put up a score for tomorrow's main event. That is going to be the end of that one guy's competition life. Round 2 for you, my friend, is unfortunately over. Thank you so much for competing. I hope to see you back in round 3 for redemption. Up next on your screen is Reaper King with another secondary run from an initial DNF. We have Reaper King on the line, ready to go in this orange R35. Calm, cool, and collected out of the starting gate. We have Reaper King with a beautiful and deliberate entry into outer zone 1. Great speed control for inner clip 1 and 2. Great coverage and angle as well. Smooth transitions with a tiny bit of bumper rash there, but not too much to lose control. Still maintaining the angle and speed is Reaper King heading into the final long haul of OZ3 and OZ4 with a maximum angle and counter steer there at the end to finish off the run. A stellar run nonetheless. Mistake or two, no big deal. Reaper King holds on and finishes the run strong. That's Track Showcase. We want qualifying scoring. Excuse me. You guys have seen enough of the Track Showcase. Some of these runs, some of these high 90s runs might as well be a Track Showcase in and of itself. Reaper King, his run being deliberated. For angle line, it is a 28, and style, it is a 29. Happily into the 80s, it is a score of 85 for Reaper King. Well done, Reaper King. A difficult position to be in with an initial DNF, revisiting the starting line, and putting down a great score. Great chances to be in tomorrow's Top 32 main event. But up next, we have another competition life on the line. It is Get Baptized. Of course, Get Baptized with an initial DNF. Competition life is on the line. Everything starts with a good initiation, and Get Baptized hits the wall just a tiny bit, but says, screw it, let's get some fat angles in here anyways. Great coverage and angle into the clip zones. A little bit too shallow on inner clip 2, but it is make or break. Get Baptized with major angle and speed into the outer zones. Regardless of that inner clip 2 miss, a wide angle into OZ3. Good stability. Good speed, increasing speed as the zone goes on. Great control. Great angle, just a small mistake there into inner clip 2. A small mistake that many drivers have made today. Let's see how the judges score that run. Man, a stellar run with just a small mistake. I think this is still going to score high. A line score of 27, an angle of 30, maximum angle from Get Baptized, and a style score of 28 with a total of 85. Again, another middle of the road 80s score. There's probably going to be many drivers today who hit that mark. Get Baptized, one of them. Again, major props to Get Baptized for throwing down and performing a solid run when it was on the line. We do have a few more competitors here that need to set their qualifying runs and battle for tomorrow's main event of 32-player bracket play. We're not done yet with qualifying action. We will be back with more after these messages. Don't go anywhere. Don't do it. Just don't leave. Just stay here all day long.
Forza Creators Guild.
Forza Creators Guild.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Forza Drift Events Season 4, Round 2. Back with more qualifying action here on February 17th, 2024. The show began at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We have had 3 hours of non-stop action from our competitors here in round 2. Moto Arena Lodz proving to be a difficult track, but being absolutely demolished by a lot of our seasoned drivers. Incredible runs and some unfortunate defeats have come and gone. We do have another full convoy here waiting to get back on the track. I have word that we have just about 13 to 15 more qualifying drivers. We do have a couple of minutes here before we're going to be able to start the next few runs. Again, we have a full convoy with us, and there should be, again, if you're not familiar with Forza Horizon 5, Forza Horizon 5 allows 12 competitors to be in the convoy at each time. We do need an organizer and the camera car in the convoy, so it leaves room for Shreddit, the FDE organizer and owner. And we have myself, Shunzi, in the camera car. Thank you all for joining us here today. We've had 3 hours of qualifying runs, and we are coming to the last drivers of the day. We will see how many more 90+ scores we can get. We've had quite a few already. Some very interesting strategy being displayed. Skill expression points to note would definitely be speed management. Usually with qualifying runs, you don't have to worry so much about your speed because, if you're a lead driver, just go all out, right? Go your own speed. And if you're the chase driver, that is usually when you need to, do some left foot braking, make sure that you're maintaining a good distance. You're not getting too far, too close, right? And of course, predicting the lead driver's transitions and the timing for those transitions as well. But today on Moto Arena Lodz, the decel zones seem to be, and of course the initiation, the first initiation in Outer Zone 1, and then the decel zones before Outer Zone 2 and before Outer Zone 3 are definitely difficult points for drivers to manage their speed. We've had some drivers go into the wall, and unfortunately it spells defeat for some drivers, and others are able to hold on and finish their run. A quick reminder of the keys to victory, what the judges are really looking for, is a lot of the same, right? Smooth and snappy initiations, smooth and snappy transitions, full coverage of those inner clip zones, and deep angle and positioning into the outer zones. Again, a very long track for Moto Arena Lodz, proving to be pretty challenging in just the length, but also the zones, right? So Outer Zone 3 and 4 are separate on paper, but in practice, they're just one long zone. So Outer Zone 3 and Outer Zone 4, it's definitely difficult. You have to have the right amount of momentum going into those zones to maintain and carry you through the entire area. We have another big convoy coming at you. There's lots of returning FDE competitors from round 1 at Okayama, some top 32 drivers, some top 16 drivers, and even a few top 8 drivers as well. So lots of skill here. There's going to be lots of skill expression, a big strength of field lobby. Everyone making their way over to the starting line, including myself in the official FDE camera car. Finding our way over to the starting line so we can bring you some more qualifying action here in round 2. Again, we appreciate everyone showing up, all the drivers, all the viewers. It's been a pleasure so far today as we are nearing the end of the show today. Again, we do still have a full convoy, and we have another half convoy to go, so the action is not done yet, but we appreciate you, and we hope you have been enjoying the show. Okay, we have a driver on the line. It looks like it's going to be LQC Atinik. LQC on the line, ready to go to fight their way into tomorrow's top 32 main event Here we go. Big initiation. One tire out of the outer zone 1, but nothing too harsh just yet. Some good transitions between inner clip 1 and inner clip 2. This beautiful livery showing us the door as he goes through outer zone 2. Perhaps not as wide of a line there. The judges might be looking at that and taking off a point. We see outer zone 3 and outer zone 4 being met with high speed, high angle, and a good amount of control. That is going to be LQC's run for round 2. Again, I do keep mentioning round 1, the top 32 drivers. The bracket is still available along with the top 3 drivers, which I believe is YSS Fish and P1. That information can be found in ForzaDriftEvents.com. So head over to the website, check out all the information, and get involved in the community. It looks like LQC puts up a great score of 80, just on that 80 mark with 26, 27, 27. A good score from LQC. Coming up next, it is FDE staff member, and speaking of ForzaDriftEvents.com, the web developer responsible for our beautiful ForzaDriftEvents.com website. It is Hot Like Soup. Hot Like Soup in an incredible RTR Mustang, beautiful black and red livery. Hot Like Soup lining himself up where he wants to be on the line, ready to go. Again, I believe a top 16 driver from round 1 here. Let's see what he brings to the table here in round 2. Big initiation and big angle through outer zone 1. Let's see that speed management to bring the car in through these inner clip zones. Beautiful coverage and angle through those zones. A lot of the same through outer zone 2, and we see that nice wide angle. We do indeed. We see a nice entry into outer zone 3. A little bit of bumper contact there. Might be a sort of straightened, but I gotta be honest, that contact did not seem to phase Hot Like Soup at all. A stellar run here in round 2 for Hot Like Soup. Great run. Good line, incredible angle, and very stable drifts through the entire course, so I wouldn't be surprised if we may see a high 80s or low 90s score here. It looks like a 30 from Judge 1 for line, a 28 from Judge 2 for angle, and Judge 3. A 29 from Judge 3 is a total of 87, a high 80s score, surpassing that bulk of the field at 85. Happily in, I believe, I haven't taken a look at the live bracket yet, actually, so I believe that score should put him happily into tomorrow's main event, but we may need to check that out later and confirm. However, right now, we move on to our next competitor. It is Oryx. Oryx representing the casual crew in a beautiful Corvette and matching livery to boot. On the line, ready to throw down and perform here in round 2. Lots of speed and lots of angle into a picture-perfect entry into outer zone 1. Inner clip 1 and inner clip 2 met with high angle and full coverage. Outer zone 2, lots of angle, lots of speed, lots of stability, a great line on the exit. Check, check, check. This is shaping up to be a great run from Oryx. I believe one of the top 4 or top 8 drivers from round 1 coming back for round 2 with some heat. Oryx putting up a great run. Looks like we have Judge 1 with a line score of 30, a style score of 29. It'd have to be a 31 for it to be a top or a 90 plus score. It's a 28 for another score of 87. Very well done, Oryx. High 80s, low 90s. Definitely putting down a good score and trying to secure your position for the top 32 main event tomorrow. Up next, we have Kid Scythe. Kid Scythe, ready to go. More great looks. Another big entry, a little bit of bumper tap on the entry, but maintaining control. A little bit too much speed there, not as deep or full coverage into inner clip 1, but made up for it in inner clip 2. A little bit of a straighten, and the tire catching onto the wall and sending the rear of the Mustang on and over the barrier for a second there. That's going to be a DNF from Kid Scythe, playing it safe and making sure they get their second run under the belt. Just a little bit too much contact into that outer zone 2. And that's a decel zone. Like we've been mentioning all day today, that decel zone, it's difficult to maintain speed, especially after those quick transitions before and after inner clip 2. That's going to be a strategic DNF from Kid Scythe. He will be back again on the line in a make or break situation, but right now up next we have Nick Zinn. Nick Zinn in the classic, fair lady, with a beautiful livery to boot, on the line and ready to go. Looking for grip out the gate, lining themselves up for this initiation. A little bit too much speed and contact there on the entry into outer zone 1. I believe this is going to be a DNF, but perhaps the driver, it's not Kid Scythe, Nick Zinn, doing a little bit of strategic drifting here. They know that their run is up, but they're going to go ahead and stay on the track for a few extra seconds here. This may be a complete run. It depends on what they want to do. I don't know. That might be a complete run. Let's go ahead and see what the judges have to say. I thought that early on that was going to be a DNF, but Nick Zinn, I believe to qualify for a secondary run and to make it a DNF, it has to be an unfollowable line. And I don't think that line was able to be followed, and the judges agree. Nick Zinn puts up a DNF. An unfollowable line means you go again. So Nick Zinn will be back on the line once again after the rest of the convoy goes, but right now we have another competitor. It is Professor Poot. Professor Poot making their way to the line. To the line is Professor Poot in the C63 AMG, ready to fight for their position in tomorrow's main event. Looks like that might be a little bit of a restart there. There we go. We are off this starting line, making our way to the initiation zones. 3, 2, 1, initiation. Maybe not as much e-brake into outer zone 1, but outer zone 1 being met with good angle. Unfortunately, that is not the line. Professor Poot missing inner clip 1 and inner clip 2 entirely, but still going down the line. I hope this driver knows that they missed the appropriate line. It would be a shame. I believe that was still followable. This might be an interesting run. I hope that they spin out. I hope that they spin out at the end. They don't. That is a complete run. This is going to put the judges in an awkward position. Was that supposed to be a DNF or not? Missing inner clip 1 and inner clip 2 altogether with a very awkward outer zone 1. I don't know if we're going to see that be a DNF. Let's take it to the judges panel and see what they have to say. I think that driver might have gotten the sun in their eyes and may have missed the line. So outer zone 1, or inner clip 1 and inner clip 2 missed, but it looks like it's a line of 26, an angle of 28, and a style score of 20. 25, so just below the 80 mark. We have Professor Poot with a 79. Might be counting his lucky stars there with that line score. However, we move on to the next competitor. It is Run to Fade. Run to Fade coming to the starting line. It is Run to Fade on the line with a Vanta Black Mark V with gold accent. That is looking pretty dang sweet. Run to Fade on the line. Ooh, that's a lot of power. Big slip off the line. Lots of rotation there, but going into a lots of contact. Unfortunately, in outer zone 1, missing inner clip 1, missing inner clip 2. Unfortunate struggle with angle here. Maybe a little bit too much power in that drivetrain. Not able to get enough grip. Ooh, and a big collision with the inner barriers right before outer zone 3. That is absolutely going to be a DNF. Clear cut. And Run to Fade will be back on the line shortly, but not before we get the rest of our convoy competitors in. Potentially, yeah, too much power in that build, not able to get enough grip and send the car where they want it to be. It does take a lot of time and practice to dial in those tunes for the specific track. Looks like up next we have Spellin' Saint It. Another top 32 competitor from round 1 coming back. In this beautiful livery on a like Ferrari. I've always thought of this as like a wagon. It kind of looks like a wagon, doesn't it? But it's like a coupe. It's kind of a weird car. However, let's see what Spellin' Saint It can do on Moto Arena Lodz. Spell Insanity. Spell Insanity. Okay, I'm really glad that I've gotten some information from the chatters on YouTube that is indeed Spell Insanity. I am sorry, I've been saying it wrong. I'm glad I've been corrected because you do not want to miss Spell Insanity's runs. Some incredible angle, speed, and control being displayed so far. High skill expression. Let's see how they handle the second decel zone into outer zone 3 and outer zone 4. It is Spell Insanity with an incredible run coming back from round 1. with some more great drifting. Oops. Spell Insanity. He left out the Y. Okay? You can absolutely blame me. I'm sorry. I should have known. Come on, dog. I should have known. Spell Insanity. Yeah, it's supposed to be Spell Insanity. I can't read. But it doesn't matter. A total score of 84 puts Spell Insanity into a good position, a good fighting position for tomorrow's main event. Well done, Spell Insanity, with a 28-27 and a 29 for style. Spell Insanity has completed their run. It is time for 242 Ranga to get to the line and perform here in round 2. It is time. In the Volvo 242 as well. The first Volvo of the day. Let's see how the Classic does. A little bit of bumper contact there on the entry, but not enough to send Ranga into anything too bad. Some good coverage of inner clip 1 and inner clip 2. Kind of getting out of the zone there for a hot second, but nothing too egregious. A beautiful line so far. Going into outer zone 3 a little bit late there. Outer zone 4 absolutely demolished. A great run overall. Well done, Ranga. Lots of angle. Good speed. Just a little bit of peeking out of the zone. You know, when you see those, I always come back to the high 90 scores, right? So Solo Lessie today putting up a 95. A few other competitors, I believe Oni putting up a 94. You see these drivers and how they go through all of these really long outer zones. And that's an 84 for Ranga. 27, 29, 28. Great score, Ranga. Definitely a good fighting position to get into the main event tomorrow. But as I was saying, you can really see how much angle, speed, and control that these high 90 scoring drivers have, and how deep into the zones that they are throughout the entire zone. So if you want to match those high 90 skills, you're going to have to be dang near perfect. But up next, we have XK Reese's. Or, excuse me, that's going to be Creases. Creases on the line, ready to go in the wagon, the Audi wagon. Looking good, representing Casual Crew. Big initiation into outer zone 1. Good angle, good speed, looking good for inner clip 1. Just a little bit of a toe tap. Inner clip 2, full coverage. Outer zone 2 met with a little bit of a struggle in the an initial point of entry, and that's going to be Creases DNF. A clear DNF. Thank you very much, Creases, for that. And we'll send it back to the judges table. We'll take a look at that DNF and see who is up next. Looks like we have Kid Seif. Looks like we are done with all of the drivers who had their first run. It is up now to the secondary runs for all of our DNF drivers. First up, back on the line is Kid Seif. Their competition life on the line. It is make or break. A good run here could potentially put them into a good seed for tomorrow's main event. A bad run here spells the end of round 2. All starts with a good initiation. Good initiation, we have a little bit of contact, but still maintaining angle, kind of using that wall as a little bit of strategy. Great coverage and transitions into interclip 1 and interclip 2. More contact in the rear from the outside barrier of OZ2. Some more on the exit, but still able to push the car wide. Oh my gosh, how did you not hit the barriers? Was able to get through there cleanly with lots of angle. And lots of, I'd say, more speed than angle through outer zone 4, but nonetheless a great run. You can rest easy now. Your run is done, Kid Scythe, and the rest is up to the judges. Yeah, absolutely. Redemption, putting up a good score, putting up a complete score after DNFing can be very nerve-wracking, very challenging. You got to have that Michel Mouton cold competitor's demeanor. If you know what I'm talking about. If you know, baby, you know. I do not feel at all. Kid Scythe with a total of 78. Still a good score. Just beneath that 80 threshold. We'll see how that pans out for Kid Scythe in the overall bracket. But up next, we have Nick Zinn with a second run and an initial DNF. Same stakes. All on the line. Round 2 could be over here and now for Nick Zinn as they make their way over to the starting line. But again, you know, part of competition is having that competitor's steel. Being able to perform on a moment's notice. Here we go, not Kid Scythe, Nick Zinn on the line. Good outer zone 1, definitely taking it easy in through the initiation zone. Inner clip 1 smashed, inner clip 2 smashed, a little bit shallow there, but not too bad. Finished this run with it all on the line. Nick Zinn, outer zone 2 hit with good speed and control. Wide transition into outer zone 3, a little bit of speed lost there, but that might work in Nick's favor. Still maintaining good depth in the zone with good angle and speed. Way to throw down when it matters most, Nick. Good run. You can easily see the difference in stability and style between drivers who are on a wheel or drivers who are on a controller doing the elite, kind of, you know, more high skill rolling technique versus just flicking. So that driver right there opting for the controller thumbstick flicking technique, a little bit less stable looking. So we have a style score of 25, an angle score of 25, and a line score of 25. Middle of the road with 75 for Nick Zinn. Valiant effort that might not cut it for the main event tomorrow. We will find out more as soon as we check out the top 32 bracket. That does round out the top of our convoy. We have one more convoy just for a few drivers, but don't go anywhere. We have some more messages for you, although you may have heard them before, but thank you for sticking around. Don't go anywhere. We have a few more drivers here for their qualifying runs. We'll see you back in just a few minutes.
Forza Creators Guild.
Forza Creators Guild.
Welcome back once again to FDE Season 4, Round 2. Here at Moto Arena Lodz, I am Shunzi. I have been your host today, and we are now in our final group of competitors for the day. Again, February 17th, 2024. We have been doing Round 2 qualifiers today. We've had a lot of incredible runs from our drivers, putting up great scores, lots of high 90s, lots of high 80s, some wild 360 initiations from IPS Toast, and some unfortunate DNF defeats for some of our drivers here. A difficult track, a very long track with very technical areas, lots of strategy and places for skill expression today. We are counting down until we come back tomorrow for our full main event of 32-player brackets. But right now, we are heading into our final few drivers here on Moto Arena Lodz. Again, thank you everyone for joining us today. It has been a great time, and I hope to see you all back again tomorrow, but there's still action to be had. Don't go anywhere just yet. It is Run to Fade back on the line. Tournament life on the line. Tournament life on the line. Run to Fade ready to go. Lots of power in this Mark V Supra. Perhaps too much power. Let's see how Fade handles the initiation in Outer Zone 1. Lots more angle and stability through Outer Zone 1. Inner Clip 1, Inner Clip 2. Completed onward to Outer Zone 2. Good speed, good angle, good control. Let's watch this nice wide line. Very good line through that part. A nice entry into Outer Zone 3 and Outer Zone 4. Looking absolutely in form compared to their initial run that got them the DNF. It looks like Run to Fade just running the track like he knows it like the back of his hand. Run to Fade putting up a great second run. Was definitely shaky on the first run, but looks like it's going to put up a great score. A line score of 29, an angle score of 28. And Judge 3 has Run to Fade with a style score of 29 for a total of 86. A great score for Run to Fade. Well done. Very well done. We have Crewx with an initial DNF, a very early DNF. So the initiation zone is going to be where we're checking out right now. We want to see how the initiation goes for Crewx. And here he is on the line. Tournament life. It's make or break. Wiggling with excitement and representing CCX. Great initiation, lots of contact with the barrier, but it seems like it was on purpose. A beautiful wall ride and some transitions to match it through the inner clip zones. Outer Zone 2, really deep into that zone. Out wide for the exit, just like the judges were looking for, and a smooth and deliberate entry into Outer Zone 2, or excuse me, 3. For the long haul to the end of the judge zones. Great control being displayed, great angle, and a good line. This should make up for a good score for Crewx. I really hope it's Crewx and not XK Reese's. If someone in the chat is a close friend, and you know the answer, is it Crewx or Reese's? Because I need to get these names right, and I could use some help. Looks like it's going to be a line score of 27, an angle score of 28. And it's a style score of 28 as well, so a total of 83. Looking good. Crewx. It's Crewx. Okay, sweet. Thank you. Up next, Daddy Dills. Daddy Dills on the line, ready to go. This is not a secondary run. This is a first run for Daddy Dills, a returning competitor from round 1. And a beautiful livery on a beautiful car. I believe this might be our last competitor of the day. We have Daddy Dills. Good initiation in Outer Zone 1. Looks like a massive coverage of inner clip 1 and inner clip 2. Daddy Dilds touching the wall, but still maintaining angle. Good speed and such a smooth and stylish run through Moto Arena Lodz. Beautiful angle, speed, and control through Outer Zone 3 and Outer Zone 4. A little bit of oversteer at the end. That might be an intentional DNF on what looked like a good score. But that might be Daddy Dilds with a DNF. That might be another run. I don't know if that was on purpose or perhaps an accident. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the judges. That is a DNF, but again, this is our last driver of the day, so basically just a one more time from Daddy Dilds. Daddy Dilds on the line once again. It's make or break now. There's no more second chances, no more third chances. This is it. Daddy Dilds on the line here in Moto Arena Lodz. This is our final qualifying run. All about the initiation, and that is a big initiation, very accurately put. Lots of angle through there, a little bit shallow of a line, but incredibly well done transitions and inner clip coverage. Outer Zone 2 hit with ease. Again, the trademark of either a wheel player or a rolling controller player is all of that stability. Look at that smooth ride through Outer Zone 4 to finish off an incredible run. Lots of style, lots of control, seasoned drift competitor looks and vibes. Well done to Daddy Dilds. That is no longer a DNF run. We're going to see Daddy Dilds' score up on the screen right now. It looks like we're starting out with Judge 1, a line score of 31. A style score of 30. And are we ending the day with a 90-plus score? Judge 2 on angle. I have to expect this to be a 30-plus. We should see at least. It is not a 30-plus, but just enough for Daddy Dilds to grab a total score of 90 to end the day. Beautiful line, great angle, and stylish as hell. Well done, Daddy Dilds. An absolutely stellar run, pretty much securing their position in tomorrow's main event. That, I believe, is the end of today's qualifying runs. Our staff is going to quickly work together and get a live bracket for you all to check out. I'm actually going to switch over to that scene now and see if it is ready. What a run to end the day. Let's go ahead and check out top 32 here and now. It looks like that actually still needs to have some work done. We are going to be calculating scores and entering their names in. Let's go ahead and take it back to the keys to victory screen. And we're not going to show you guys the keys to victory, but we're going to have this beautiful Moto Arena Lodz background as we chat about what we just saw. So an incredible day of, I think, over 50 drivers. Over 50 drivers today, putting down their qualifying runs for FDE Season 4, Round 2. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We do have more information for you all, so don't go anywhere. We're just going to sit here, sit back, and relax. Again, some incredible runs, some very surprising, stylish entries, some unfortunate defeats. You get everything here on FDE. Again, this is FDE Forza Drift Events Season 4 Round 2 qualifiers. Our drivers today came to Moto Arena Lodz in Poland and threw down their best possible performance to try and battle for entry into tomorrow's main event. A top 32 bracket single elimination tandem drift competition here on Forza Horizon 5. brought to you by Forza Drift Events and all of our partners. For more information, please do head over to our beautiful website, ForzaDriftEvents.com. ForzaDriftEvents.com. I believe we are going to see a live bracket update. I'm going to go ahead and take this over to gameplay and maybe just check out the top scores. It looks like we have in number 1 position Solo Lessie with an incredible score of 95. Not too far behind and actually tied with second, WK Gutter, 95. Third place, Oni, 94. Karma, Mark 4, 93. YSS Digital, 93. YSS Fish, 93. Lots of 90s today. Incredible performance by our drivers. Bubba with a 91. Vithi with a 90. Jordan Foe with a 90. That is 10 drivers with a 90 plus. That is Daddy Dilds with a 90 as well. Looking at the top of your screen, we see the first score, the 11th driver, Bionic Bunghole, out of the 90s, scoring an 87. Let me go ahead and make sure I am keeping track. Show the bracket. I'll update it. No, keep showing it. I will live update it. I apologize. I was not. There we go. Okay. So again, going down the list, Solo Lessie, WK Gutter, Oni, driver number 4. Where is driver number 4? Karma, driver number 5, YSS Digital, driver number 6, YSS Fish, driver number 7, Bubba, driver number 8, Vithi, Jordan Foe, Daddy Dilds, driver 10. Great score to end off the day with a 91, securing it happily. Driver 11 is Bionic Bunghole. Excuse me, Hot Like Soup as well. Driver 12. We already can see some of the head-to-heads that we have to look forward to tomorrow. That is a wild head-to-head there. We have number 1 driver Solo Lessie versus Shake and Bake. We have Vithi going up against Get Baptized. Jordan Foe going up against Reaper King. Karma, Mark 4, up against Spell Insanity. Oryx versus Sir Leone. YSS Digital versus Born Sideways. Hot Like Soup versus Mfe. WK Gutter versus Fox Reynolds. Letras versus To Be Determined. Bubba. Oh! Letras versus Metazone. Bubba versus Monspie. Monspie, perhaps. I'm sorry for my lack of linguistic skills here, friends. Either way. Daddy Dilds versus Erpix. Oni versus the 242 Ranga. Cade Vine versus Mutant Sin Brazil. YSS Fish versus Dakim. And Bionic Bunghole versus Kill All Tires. This is your round 2 main event top 32 bracket that we will be bringing you tomorrow. All of the action remaining for round 2 is going to be tomorrow, February 18th, 2024. Same time, same place. If you have more information you need, check out the websites ForzaDriftEvents.com. An incredible day from our competitors, really putting up 10 scores of 90 plus on an incredibly difficult track. A great skill expression today from our drivers. Thank you all for the competition. Thank you to all of the drivers who came out and competed today. For those of you who are still fighting to get into the top 32, best of luck to you in round 3. The season is not over. It, in fact, is just beginning. So it is my pleasure to present to you the top 32 bracket of season 4, round 2. These are the drivers who will be up head-to-head tomorrow in our main event. Thank you all so much for watching over on youtube.com/Forza Drift Events and my personal channel, twitch.tv/Shunzy. Again, I am Shunzy, your show host today and tomorrow. We hope to see you back. Love and appreciation from all of the staff here at FDE. Thank you to our owner and organizer, FDE Shreddit, for putting on such an incredible show. Thank you to our judges, Shreddit, Baz, and Regen, for putting together all of the scores for today on the qualifying runs. And again, a thank you to the competitors for putting in the time and effort it takes to build your car, tune your car, and the seat time on track to throw down and perform and give everyone a great show. Again, I am FDE Shunzy. It's been a pleasure having you today. Come back again tomorrow for the main event of season 4, round 2. Have a great night, and I hope to see you back again tomorrow. Join our Discord. You can find all of the information you want at ForzaDriftEvents.com. ForzaDriftEvents.com. Thank you again, and good night.